Let's get into all of this with Texas Congressman and Chairman of the House Small Business Committee, Roger Williams. Thank you, sir, so much for joining us.
You bet, Lydia. Good to be with you.
So what did you make of Musk's chainsaw performance? And what do you think about the Doge stimulus checks? And $5,000, that could come in handy.
Well, first of all, he's doing a fantastic job. And all these people say he wasn't elected. I mean, they're forgetting about Fauci, aren't they? He wasn't elected. In businesses like mine, I'm chair of the Small Business Committee, and other businesses, you have outside auditors come in every day to check your books and so forth. And that's what all he's doing. He's been selected. He wasn't elected, and we all understand that, and doing a great job. And as far as giving money back to people, I'm not so sure that's not a good idea. I mean, if you're talking about 20% of what you uncover go back to the people, you still got 80% coming back in the bank that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So a lot of it is the people's money. Why not give it back to them? But I would take a strong look at that.
What do you think about the boos that you heard there from the crowd regarding Ukraine funding? Speaker Johnson said he doesn't think there's much of an appetite for it in Congress either. What's your feeling, sir?
Well, I agree with him. I mean, personally, I've never had an appetite for it. I don't think Ukraine is our war. I think the border is our war. But I think that there's no appetite to send more money to Ukraine. I mean, look at every time Zelensky came over to see Biden, it was like a check cashing machine. He'd go back with money, but we didn't have a plan on how to pay it back. We didn't know who was getting it or anything. So I think that we need to focus on the border, and we need to protect our sovereignty there. And NATO's got to pick it up, and the other European countries got to pick it up too. But I think President Trump is going to be able to end this thing with negotiations that he started already.
Now, during the interview with Rob Schmidt, Elon Musk also said that people are profiting off of this war. Do you agree with that? And if so, who is profiting off of it? Because that's the speculation among a lot of people, that this is some kind of massive money laundering operation and that people are getting rich left and right.
Well, it's gone on a long time, much longer than people thought. When you see Zelensky's wife shopping in Paris on the weekends, that makes you think about who's getting the money. And like I say, the problem is we've created that monster. We gave them money, never asking on how it's going to be paid back, never know who is getting it. So I think when you have a war that lasts a long time like this one has, no free elections, there's people that are probably getting money out of this thing and not going in the right spot. It happens every time, doesn't it?
You know, you saw a lot of outrage from the Democrats, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters. They're upset about Doge. They're targeting their hatred towards Elon Musk. They're not upset that the money was going into the wrong hands. Tens of millions of dollars for condoms, for whether it be Hamas or Mozambique or whatever. The bottom line is you have Americans that are struggling just to make ends meet, and we're sending tens of millions and billions of dollars overseas. So they're not upset about the money going into the wrong hands and being misspent and wasted. They're upset that Elon Musk, that the Trump administration is finding all of this fraud. Why do you think that the Democrats are so upset about rooting out fraud and waste?
Well, first of all, to assume that they would think like we are if you do that, first of all, these people don't think rational. They're not rational. The reason they're upset is because we have uncovered their trust fund. We've uncovered their savings account. This is money that they were drawing out themselves. It was all generated by the liberal side. That's why they're upset. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. And they should be happy of what we're finding. They should be happy that we're finding waste through an outside auditor that's going to enable us to take cash and put it back against debt, take cash and help homeless veterans, take cash and defend our borders. And that's how they should be happy about that, shouldn't they? If they had a business, they would love it. But they got Trump. They have problems with President Trump. They can't believe what happened in the election. Their argument is zero. Their argument's a loser. But it's pretty amazing that they can't see what's happening and how we're getting the fiscal responsibility back in this nation.
And now that President Trump is attempting to bring world peace, right? We're seeing what he's doing with the Middle East. He's trying to bring peace between Ukraine and Russia, and he's getting so much hatred for it. Elon Musk even made a joke and said, you know what, I can't be a Russian asset. They can't afford me. And now French media is reporting that President Trump will attend a World War II ceremony in Moscow on May 9th alongside Putin. This would be the first time for an American president to visit since 2013. So what do you think about that? Because already you're seeing that the media is in a firestorm over this, because how dare President Trump get along or try to get along with people, and try to bring about world peace?
Well, they don't get it, and it's evident. Let's take it down to business. Business, you know who your enemies are or your competitors are, but you also try to get close to them too, so you know what they're doing, for heaven's sakes. I think it's a good move. We have to, we can't be isolationists. I mean, we got to be the strongest power in the world. We got to be the superpower. And I think by him communicating with these other nations, that's fine. You do it in business. You do it with your family. Why not do it in your country?
And Congressman, before I let you go, I want you to take as we await the swearing in of Kash Patel as FBI director, take a listen to Senator Adam Schiff and how he's reacting to all of it.
As my colleagues have said, they will have to live with that vote, be accountable for that vote, and be accountable for all the destruction that Patel does to this premier law enforcement agency.
Why do you think he's so worried?
Because he's guilty. I mean, he's created a lot of problems in our country, and he's trying to protect. He talks about the premier. It's not premier. We're going to get it to where it's premier. And that's the issue. It's just like, again, we talked about why they're upset we're finding money, because it's their money that they wanted to get. They don't want the taxpayers to have it. And he's just concerned about he's not going to have his people there that can help protect him from things he's done. And we just need to get on with it. We got a new sheriff in town, as everybody says, Donald Trump, 75 million votes. He's allowed to get his people to confirm, which we've done. Now we're going to put the process in motion to make the country better. He should be happy about that. But there again, if there's any credit goes to the conservatives, the liberals are going nuts right now.
The grift is over. A new golden age.
New golden age. We're in it right now. It's great too.
Real quick before I let you go, you've been calling for President Trump's new Small Business Administration Chief Kelly Loeffler to provide answers on alleged taxpayer-funded electioneering in swing states and the failure to actively recoup fraudulent or misappropriated COVID relief funds. Do you think that'll happen? Do you think Loeffler is committed to doing this, sir?
Oh, absolutely. We're good friends. She's a great business person. She gets it. The SBA got off the wheels under the Biden administration, $220 billion in COVID money they can't find, $70 billion in idle money they can't find. They want to write it off. It's taxpayers' money. We're going to find maybe not all of it. We'll find some of it. And Senator Loeffler is going to be right there with us. We're going to work hand in hand to get it back where Main Street America can trust the SBA. And the SBA doesn't worry about electioneering, but they worry about getting businesses started and keeping businesses in business.
Let's hold people accountable. Congressman Roger Williams, thank you, sir, so much for joining us.
Thank you.